This marks the first ever Catch of the Day off-season edition. We'll talk to Anglers players new and old during their college baseball season. Scott Braun with Chris Munnelly, sophomore UNC pitcher, who returned to the Chatham Anglers. Chris, first off, welcome back. And what went into returning to the Anglers?
Well, Coach Schiff asked me at the end of last season, after the last game, just asked if I want to come back. And, I'm not going to say no. I had a great experience up there, and so heading back next summer.
What goes into a player who's first spending their first summer in the Cape League? Take me back to 2010. Is there a recruiting process? Is there certain paperwork? How do you become an official member of the Chatham Anglers?
Our coach, pitching coach, Scott Forbes, came up to me in the fall last year and, offered me to play in the Cape with Chatham. I had to fill out a couple forms and everything, and like I said, it's a great opportunity up there, so I'm not going to say no, and had a lot of fun, so I'm ready to go back.
Chris Munnelly, starting pitcher for the North Carolina Tar Heels and for the Chatham Anglers, had a great summer in 2010. ERA kept under 2. So now we're here in the baseball facilities at North Carolina Chapel Hill. What have you worked on from the summer up to this point right now?
Mostly just strength and conditioning, trying to build up my endurance a little bit better, just getting stronger. Worked on a couple new pitches up in the Cape. Hopefully will transform into this year. I got a cutter now and a true changeup, and so hopefully I keep that, maintain that ERA, over this year.
What kind of decision goes into suddenly deciding, do you wake up one morning and say, I think I want to learn a new pitch, or do you go over it with your pitching coach? How does that happen?
Yeah, I went over it with Coach Forbes last year. I had more of like a looping curveball last year, and I needed something a little bit sharper, a little bit more bite, and so I worked on that beginning the summer, over the summer, and then carrying over into the fall, and I think it's ready to go for this year.
We'll be excited to check that out. What about coming off this 2010 summer, experience-wise, confidence-wise, what did it do for you? Because you did have a very successful summer season, and it was your first in college ball in one of the premier college baseball leagues over the summer.
Definitely. It definitely builds a lot of confidence going up there in the Cape. You're playing against the best competition in the nation. Knowing if you do well up there against those guys, gives you confidence to do well down here. So I'm just really looking forward to it.
And how about your role in the North Carolina Tar Heels this coming season? Do you know what your role will be yet, and what are your expectations for the team?
Hopefully, I think, I've talked over with the coaches. I'll be a starter this year, carrying that over from last year. And I'm really looking forward to this year with my team. I think we've got some really good chemistry. We got a really strong up the middle and behind the plate for sure. And I think our pitching is deeper than I've ever seen it. So I think I'm really excited for this season for sure.
Thanks, Chris, and good luck to this college baseball season, and we'll see you over the summer.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's Chris Munnelly, UNC sophomore. If you want to see other interviews, make sure to check back often to ChathamAnglers.com. We'll have more interviews with 2011 players that will be in Chatham Blue over the summer. I'm Scott Braun with the Cape Cod Baseball Network.